Hey, it's Kevin. Thank you for coming by for the No BS Social Media Chat. We talk about social media all the time. We talk about the importance of what you do, when you do it, what sites you're on, and all these kind of things. But there's one essence of social media we've talked about before and I want to address again that has nothing to do with social media per se. And it's about and I call it the most important thing you can do today. It's not post 3 times on Facebook. It's not add 10 followers. It's not post a great viral video on YouTube. It's about collecting data. At the end of the day, while I love social media, while social media is a great tool, you can build a mass of followers on Facebook, on MySpace like we did back in the day, and all of a sudden a site becomes a ghost town, much like MySpace did, and you lose everything. You have no more access to those people because they stop going to MySpace. They just become dead numbers. People learn this the hard way. And the one thing we always preach and we always learned along the way, the 2 things you should be focusing on are data collection and well, basically building an email database. Number 1, if you don't have a website for what you're trying to grow, you've made a mistake. Even if it's just a placeholder in some way to collect an email address. If you go to our website, intensitymedia.com, there's not a whole lot on there right now. I've been in the middle of working on other projects, so I haven't had a chance to rebuild the website. But I've got a way to sign up for emails. So if we have something important we want to send to our contacts, we send it to them directly. It's a way to stay in touch with what we're doing. Well, the same thing for you. If you really have a fan, a follower, a friend, if you have really somebody who wants to stay connected with you, well, if you've got their email, you've got a great way to stay connected with them no matter what platform comes and goes. No matter if they stop using Facebook, no matter if you stop using Facebook, no matter if Instagram becomes a ghost town, it doesn't matter. You still have a way to connect with them. Now, sure, people can change email addresses. They do. But if they really want to stay in touch with you, you'll find a way to get their email address, whatever that takes. Also, too, more importantly, it's not just getting the email. It's great if you got the email, but if you don't get any data with that, if you don't learn about these people, it's basically, it's almost social media plus 1, if you will. When I was in radio, we used to say the only reason we had websites was to collect data. Sure, it's nice to give everybody the news about the favorite country music artist in our case, or news about events we're doing, or news about advertisers and things like that. But at the end of the day, we're trying to collect data so we can find a way to stay better connected. It's the next step above social media. Sure, you can post something on Facebook, and if you have 5,000 followers, you can hope a percentage of those are going to see it unless you boost the post. Maybe it's going to be 500 of them. Maybe it's 1,000 of them. But in reality, all 5,000 people aren't going to see what you post on Facebook. But if you're able to somehow collect email addresses and names and zip codes from all those people, if you're finding a way to really build a database of those people, collect some data on them, you can just send it their email directly. Now, are they all going to open it? Perhaps not. But you have a better chance of getting something in someone's hands, getting something in front of somebody's eyes, getting it on their computer screen, getting it on their phone screen, if you have their email address, than you do hoping they see it thanks to a Facebook or an Instagram algorithm or even a huge Twitter feed. At the end of the day, collecting data, building a database, working out your website are most important. Now, it is tough. I keep talking about you having to feed the beast and all the time you have to spend on social media. Let me tell you, it is not easy. It is not fun. But again, at the same time, this is marketing. If marketing were easy, everybody would be able to do it. Everybody would be doing it. It takes time. It takes effort. And you may not be able to do a website on your own. You may have to reach out to somebody. But even just a basic website with the ability to collect email addresses, names, phone numbers, zip codes, whatever it is, whatever data you feel you need, it's going to be a great tool. It's going to be very beneficial to you. And it's very important to keep that in the back of your mind when you're doing all of your social media updates. Because at the end of the day, it's that content that's going to benefit you more. I know it's a lot. But don't just think you're doing the right job if you're just building the Facebook numbers and you got a lot of interaction there. It's going to help. You're in the place where most people are anyway. But if Facebook goes away, just like we saw happen with MySpace, man, I had recording artists almost jumping off roofs when MySpace went away because they had 50,000, 100,000 followers. They had all these people eating out of their hands, and then boom, they were gone just like that. It was all lost. Don't ever find yourself in that regard. The sooner you can get building an email list, the sooner you can at least start collecting the data, creating content for people who are really, truly the super uber fans. Somebody on social media, they may follow your page because, or they may connect with you because it looks good to their friends, because they want to be in the hip crowd. But if they're following your website, if they're connected online, then you really know they really want to stay connected. And they're more important than any social media follower you can get. It's about social media, but it's about social media times 10, if you will. Back next week, another No BS Social Media Chat. NoBSSocial.com, the website for all of our videos. We also throw them up on YouTube, throw them up on Facebook. Again, we never care where you watch. We just love the fact that you do. We ask you to come on back again next week for another episode. If you want to get a hold of me, you want to talk more, you need more details, you're kind of understanding what you're not, real simple. My phone number, my email address, they're coming up here at the end of the video. Reach out, let's chat, absolutely free. Would love to connect. Thanks, and see you next week.